So last topic for the first unit. Betty's law or Betty's Maxwell law. Anything. Okay. Betty's law or Maxwell law. These laws are used for the determination of the slopes and deflections. So most probably this will be covered in deflection and slope chapter in strength of material, but I think I won't covered. I think it won't covered in a strength of materials because these are the too advanced. Also, no need to cover in basic deflections. Okay, this is somewhat external law. See, what is that law? I will explain. See, first took one small, simply supported beam. First, you applied a some P load somewhere. Okay, so how can deflection? How it deflect? How it deflect? How it deflect? This one. See, this is the deflection. See, this is a, I call it as a, this direction is 1. So this force is some P1, I think. Just call it. So deflection is for first direction by the force of first P1. So what is the total work done? Total work done in this structure? Total work done in this structure, how it is? Total work done in this structure, how is half into P1 to 1. That's it, man. P1. That is the work done. Force multiply with displacement. But why it is off? We already discussed that these are the, everything is a gradual increase. Gradual increase, huh? So gradual increase. So what is work done? This is the work. Every force we taken as a gradual application of the load and increasing gradually. Okay. So I think again. See the same. The same beam, same characteristics. Same characteristics. If you applied a load somewhere, so call it as a Q2. I want to take it as a P2, but no, just for the differentiation of the two different loads. So I call it as a 2. So what is the difference? That's it, man. So Q, 2. That's it, man. So what is work done? What is work done? Same of Q2 to Q2. These are the work done. These are the work done. We know it. For suppose I want to, so my intention is just see it. This is the first, this is the second, these are the individual. Same beam, same characteristics of length and smallness, area, anything, everything. Okay. So now we see for the same beam, Q load is followed by P load. So okay, Q load is followed by P. Okay, so first apply a P load. Apply a P load. Apply a P load. 1 2 1. One more. Okay. So work done is of P1 to 1. Same beam. If you applied a Q load, next part. Same beam. You applied a workload. So how much you applied Q load? Q2. So what will happen? It will happen. It will direction like this. It will go like this. It will go by like this. See. So this is deformation. So I call it as. So again, this is a deformation. See what is that? U. See U by the load of application of the second load, but in the direction of 1. Understood? So by the application of the second load, but the deformation is in first direction. So it will happen. So and again, this is same U22. Same for the application of the Q2. So U22 deformation happen in the direction of the second direction. So okay, you know it. Okay. So if you see what is the work done. First, this is the work done. Later, by the application of the second load, what is the work done? Of Q2 222. But see, the force is already placed in the first direction. Already the force is in the direction of 1, that is the P1. So and again in the direction of the P1 some deformation is happened, and again in the direction of the first direction again some deformation is happened, but at that location force is already there, so work done is automatically we have to do. So most probably this is called a virtual work done. Okay, so see what is the work done? P1 221. Are understood? Sir, we didn't calculate this work done. So at the time there is no load at that position. Just I first applied a P load. So for that I calculated the work done. Later I applied a Q load. So automatically Q2, Q22. But by the application of the Q load, some of the deformation happened in the first direction also. That is a U21. So but at that situation, at that location some force is there, that is the P1. So we have to take it that this is also a work done. Sir, how can it is called a virtual work done? Okay. So if you see something, if your load is there, the load is P happen. Again, this is a deformation. P alpha is the work done. Sir, this is also deformation, this is also deformation. No, those are all deformations, but P and Q, by the effect of Q only it will happen. By the effect of the sigma or delta, by the effect of the delta only these are the happen. So don't take these are every deformation, we don't take into the work done. So force and the deformation in the direction of the force in the direction of the deformation, in the direction of the force we have to take in the deformation of into P gamma, that is the work done. So next, off is there or not? No. Why? Because the work load P is already there. There is no gradual increase of the load. P already there. So total P is there. It is not a gradual increase to P. Okay. So that's why there is no off. So P1, Q21. So okay. So now same situation I will P load followed by a Q. Same situation I will once again draw. First apply a Q load. So what will happen? That is what? 2, 2, 2. So what is work done? Of Q2 to 2, 2. So now you applied a P load. Now apply a P load. What will happen? Now apply it. So okay, now apply a P load. What will happen? So again, it is what? You by the application of the application of the first force in the direction of the 2 will happen. Understood? So by the application of the P force, it will come like this. What is that? Q11. Okay, by the application of the P force, extra work done is PU11. Okay, so but already Q force is there. So in the direction of the Q, how much deflection is happening? U12. Okay, are understood? So same work done is what? First application of the Q force of U22. Okay, so next application of the P force of P1 U11. But again, so in the direction of the Q, some other deformation is happened. And in the direction of the Q only. But Q force is already there. There is no off. Q2, Q1. So okay, this is a work done. Mostly it is called a virtual work. Okay. So see, if you keenly observe, these two are same. P followed by Q or Q followed by P, there is no difference at all. At the later, P, Q or forces are same direction, some directions. So there is no difference. There is no difference means compulsory these two work dones are must be equal, because there is no difference at all. So if you compare these two, equal those two of P1 U11 of Q2 U22 plus P1 U21. Second is of U2 U22 of P1 U1 Q2 U12. So seat of P1 U1 of P1 U1 of Q2 U2 of Q2. So what will finally happen? P1 U21 Q2 U12. That is the theorem. What does that mean? See, P1 force in the first direction. P1 is the force in the first direction. So deformation is Q. What is it? U21. U21 is what? Deformation is in the first direction only, but the deformation causes by Q force. Are understood? P force is in the first direction. This deformation is also in the first direction, but the deformation causes by Q load. Same thing. Q2, the force acting at the second direction. Deformation is also in the second direction, but the deformation causes by first direction. Those are the two equal. These are equal. Understood? Once again I will explain. Force is in the first direction. Deformation is also in the first direction, but the deformation is caused by the second direction. Same, the force is in second direction, but the deformation is also second direction, but the deformation causes by the first direction. So those are all two equal. So how it is useful? See, not only load, it's a load system also. Load system means, see, if it is some 1, 2, 3 different types of P loads. I think P1, P2, P3, some P loads. Okay, so see this, and next some Q, something Q system. this happened like this. See, that is what that means. What that means is, see, this is a 1, this is a something 1, 2, 2, P3, P3, that is a Q4, Q5. See, what is exactly meaning by Betti's theorem? Force in the first P force in the first P system, and the deformation causes by the second. Deformation causes, this is a force in the first direction, deformation causes by the second direction, but in the direction of the same first direction. So okay, I understood. U21 is already understood. So U21 is what? Deformation is in the same one direction, but the deformation causes by the second system of the forces. I understood. See, what does that mean is P1 U1, P2 U2, P3 U3. That is the meaning. There is the first P force, but the deformation by the second system of the forces. First system of the forces multiply, or first system of the forces multiply with the deformation in the same first direction, first system of the forces, but the deformation caused by the second system of the forces is equal to the Q something 4 4 Q5, Q4 U4, Q5 U5. That is the meaning. Understood? So I will explain. I will write the exact definition. Okay. See, for a linear elastic structure subjected to two sets of forces, something Pi I1 to n and Qj, direction is different, Qj, J is 1 to n. The work done by the set P, the work done by the set P, this is also work done, this is actual work done. The work done by the set P through the displacements produced by the set of Q is equal to the work done by the set of Q through the displacements produced by the set of P. That is the meaning. See, exactly definition. Understood? This is a work done. Force into displacement is work done. The work done by the set of P, through the displacement produced by the Q system. So understood? By the displacements produced by the set of the Q force, P1 U1, P2 U2, but same direction path, same. So work done is taken, force into displacement, but that displacement compulsory is in the direction of the force. We already discussed so much by the unit load method, deformation, something. Okay. The work done by the set of the P forces through the displacement produced by the Q system is equal to the work done by the Q forces through the displacement produced by the P system. That is the exact Betti's law. Betti find out this law. So okay, understood? So we find out this, we derive this proof by only one force. If I given so many forces, you will be confused. So that's why I just stick with only one force. See, P force and Q force. PQ. Are understood? Sir, how it will be useful? How it will be useful? That is your question. So that is your question. So I will take first I will take one small example. Small example. Very small, na? Very small example. It's okay. That is a moment is applied. So if a moment is applied, how it is differ? It is differ. Understood? It is differ. What is the deformation? What is the deformation? ml square by 2a. Already you know it. These are the basic. ml square by 2a. You know. And also slope is also ml by a. That is the deformation. It is a length. That is the deformation. You know it. But I want to calculate this deformation. L by 2. I want to know what is the displacement or deformation at that location of mid B. How can you calculate? Do some, most probably some of the integrations, not integrations, go through by basic deformations equation, basic equations. So many methods are there. Conjugate B method, so area movement method, okay, basic integration equations. But by the Betti's law, you can easily calculate it. How can you calculate it? See, same B. I will take in this force B applied at L by 2. You know how it is differ? It is differ. Deform. So what is the deformation at here? You know it. How much is it? PL cube by 3a. You know it, na? PL cube by 3a. It is the deformation. What is the slope? PL by 2 whole square 2a. That is the slope. That is the slope, na? That is the slope. You know it, na? You know it. So see it. What is this? Is the slope of PL square by 2a, but it is exactly L by 2, na? So PL square by 4480a. That is the slope. What is the slope at here? What is the slope at here? What is that slope? Same PL square by 80a. Sir, this slope, how can these are the equal? Because if you see, this is a beam. You applied a load at here. So this section means up to this section only experienced a bending. Huh? So by this bending, it deform like this. It deform up to this location. Later, what is the spell? Later it would go by straight. It's a straight, na? There is no experience of bending here. So it will bend. Every location slope it changes. So up to this location it changes. But later it will go by straight. There is no bending. There is no change of slope. Are understood? So exactly this is the slope. This is also same slope because this is just a straight line. There is no experience of bending. So we know it. This is a PL square by 80a. PL square by 80a. Slope. Okay, are understood? So if you see, how can we apply the Betti's law? Betti's law is applied. See, Betti's law. The force, the work done by the set of P forces, through the displacement produced by the Q force. This is a Q force. I think you call it as a Q force. This is called a P force. I think just P force. Okay. The work done by the P force through the displacement produced by the Q force. What is the displacement at here? Displacement means this is a rotation because this is a m. Moment multiplied with rotation is a work done. Force multiplied with displacement is a work done. So don't confuse with again you have to multiply with the displacement. No. Moment multiplied with the rotation, it is a work done. Same units. Force multiplied with the displacement, that is a work done. Okay? Don't confuse every time we have to multiply with the displacement. No. Force multiplied with displacement, moment multiplied with the rotation. Both have same units. Okay? So see it. Work done by the P force through the displacement produced by the Q force. What is that Q force? Displacement. Displacement means this is a rotation because it's a momentum. So okay. So M multiplied by this theta is equal work done by the Q force. Work done by the Q force. See this. This is a Q force through the displacement produced by the P force. What is that? This again called this is called displacement. What we find out. These are all something. Okay. So see the work done by the Q force through the displacement produced by the P force. What is that? This P multiplied with this delta. We already know this M. We know M applied. So displacement is rotation. EL square by 88 is equal to the P force. This is a P force. That's displacement. We don't know. We don't know the displacement. Are understood? We don't know the displacement. So finally, what is the displacement? P cancel. ML square by 88. That is, this is ML square by 88. That is ML square by 88. So direct. There is nothing to do with the high level integrations. Something different methods. Just see it. Okay, are understood? That is the advantage. That is the advantage of Maxwell-Bettis theorem. So I will again explain the second theorem. Second example. You see, somewhat like same bit. Okay. Just applied a 30 kilonewton moment. Okay. And also at this location is 15 kilonewton force. Okay. So this is a theta A. We don't know. Somewhere this is 3 mm is the deformation. Somewhere this is a 5 mm deformation. Okay, 5 mm deformation. Same beam. Now if applied, this is a 10 kilonewtons. This is a 30 kilonewtons. Same. See it. A deformation. So this rotation is 0.002. This rotation is 0.002. Okay. This rotation is we don't know. So can you calculate? Can you calculate it? Can you calculate? So otherwise I will miss. So see, same. This is A, this is B, and I think all this. So some forces are there. The 30 kilonewton meter is moment applied, 15 kilonewton force is applied. Some of the deformations. This has 3 mm deformation, 5 mm deformations happen. For same beam, if you apply a 10 kilonewton, if 30 kilonewton here, So in this rotation is 0.002. In this rotation is 0.002 happen. So I want to calculate the deformation and the slope. Deformation of this slope. Calculate. See, same thing. See, this is a P force. You call it as a P force. This is called a Q force. The work done by the P force. What is that work done? 30 kilonewton meter. The work done by the P force through the displacement by the Q force. Through the displacement by the Q force. Understood? So 30 multiplied with 0.002 plus 15 is the force, na? 15. So what is the displacement? We don't know the displacement. Is equal to the work done by the Q force. Work done by the Q force through the displacement by a P force. So what is that work done? That is the 10 multiplied with 3. 10 multiplied with 3 plus 30 multiplied with 5. 30 multiplied with 5. Are understood? So otherwise I will draw exact direction. Okay? So understood? So you can easily calculate the delta T. What is the delta T? So that is 8 mm. 8 mm. Are understood? Okay? That's it. That's it. You can easily calculate the deformations, displacements, rotations for a simple, very simple example. Very simple example. This is just you want to know at somewhere you can easily calculate it. You can easily calculate it. Are understood? You can easily calculate it. So that is the Maxwell reciprocal theorem. Maxwell reciprocal theorem. See, Bettis and Maxwell theorem. So now I will explain again second theorem. What is that? Maxwell reciprocal. Reciprocal. Note. It's very simple. If you see, what is that? If you see, P1 U21 is equal to Q2 U12. You know it. P force multiplied with the displacement produced by the Q force. So Q work done by the Q through the displacement produced by the P. For suppose if P is equal to Q, then what is happen? Suppose for P is equal to Q, what will happen? These two displacements are equal. Are understood? These two displacements are equal. That's it. That is the theorem. That is the theorem. Same. Nothing is. See, it is if P1 to U1 is equal to 2 to U12. If P is equal to Q, then U21 is equal to U12. What does that means? The forces are equal. The force, the displacement at the second direction, by the application of the first force is equal to the displacement at the first direction by the application of the second force. But those two forces are equal. So I will write it. I will write it like this. Otherwise I will do a problem. And I will easily explain it. Okay? See, it's very simple problem. Same problem. This is a P force. Some P. What is the displacement? PL cube by PA displacement. What is the displacement here? What is the displacement here? So how can we calculate it? See, I applied another P force. This P force is equal. Are understood? Are understood? How can I deform like up to this deformation? Later it will go by straight line. Later it will go by a straight line because this is there is no moment it has. See, up to its later it will go by straight. So, okay, see, see, what is my intention is the P force and Q force are equal. If you see the force at this location, some location applied, we want deflection at another point. So now we applied another same P force at this location. We can calculate this deformation. See. So the deformation. This deformation, something, this is deformation. You can calculate it. See, if you see it is, you see this one, this is a P force. I can't call it as a, this is a first direction. I call it this first direction, this is second direction. Oh, okay. So, okay, this is the second direction. This is the first direction. So, I will call it as a, this is a delta 1, this is a 2 1. 2 1. Okay, by the application of the second force in the direction of the first. But this is this is called 2 by the application of the first force. By the application of the first force in the direction of the second. Okay, see it is. Just see it is. If these two forces are equal, if the two forces are equal, this deformation compulsory is equal to this deformation. How? How? See, same, write it. Write it. This P is. Just write it. The work done by the first direction force, P force, through the displacement produced by the second system. Second system is P delta 2 1. Understood? Is equal to the work done by the second system of the forces P through the displacement produced by the first system of forces P 1 2. Understood? If these two are equal, these two compulsory equal. These two compulsory equal. So that's it. If you applied a load here, you want to find out this deformation. This is the deformation. If you applied a load here, the deformation getting somewhere, this is the something. Same is equal to the force applied in the second direction. The deformation caused by this force P in the first direction. These are both are equal. Both are equal. Understood? So I will find out what is the deformation, but I will write what is exactly the derivation. So this is Maxwell reciprocals. The displacement in any direction, some other direction, yet coordinate I due to force applied in some other direction at coordinate J. See? So I call it as a I. So okay, this coordinate is J. The displacement at any direction coordinate I due to the force applied in some other direction at coordinate J. So this is J, this is I. J, okay, is numerically equal to the displacement at coordinate J in the corresponding direction The corresponding means same direction. The corresponding direction due to the force applied at coordinate I, at the coordinate I, in the same direction, along which the displacement is measured. That's it. That is, you can call this. See, it is the displacement in any direction at coordinate I, by the force applied in some other direction at coordinate j is numerically equal to the displacement at coordinate j in the corresponding direction due to the force applied at corresponding I in the same direction. The same direction means if you want displacement, so if you want to find out the displacement in this downwards, you have to apply the force same downwards. So are understood? So that's it. You can easily calculate it by this. If you know some values, fixed values, if some you didn't know, you can easily calculate it. It's easily manipulated. So what is that? So what is that solution? What is that solution? Now I want to find out the delta. I want to find out the delta. Okay? I will easily calculate it. So this is L by 2. So once again I will write to this, it will go straight. There's no. See? So this delta compulsory equal to this delta. So if you find out this delta, this is equal to numerically equal to this delta. These are equal. So if you find out this is somewhat difficult. You have to go through by the basic slope deflection equations, area movement method. So okay, conjugate beam method, basic equation. So many methods are there. So you can go strain energy method, something. So we can easily calculate by strain energy method also, by the fixed load applied at this, we already discussed. By the application of the fixed load at somewhere, and you can calculate the strain energy respect to partial deformation. You can easily find out the deformation. So in structural analysis, you have to take your mind that there is no fixed formula or fixed procedure. You can solve every problem by so many numerical, so many number of types, so many types. Whatever you know or whatever you will feel that these are the simple, or you can easily do it, no problem at all. So many methods. By the understanding at the end of the course, you feel that so many methods you can solve any problem. So you already know how many methods are there to solve slopes and deflection. So okay, these are the extra strain energy method and Maxwell-Bettis law or Maxwell reciprocal. So I feel that this is going to be easy for me. So what is the deformation this is? What is the deformation? PL cube by TA. So what is that? PL cube by 24A. Understood? This is a PL cube by 24A. So I want to find out this. So see, what is the slope here? PL by 2 whole square by 2A. What is that? PL square by 4 80. So just keenly observe. This is a straight line. This is a straight line. This is a slope. So this is a straight line. And I once again say that this is a straight line because there is no moment in this section, in this zone. Up to this only movement changes, slope changes every point. After that it is just a straight line. Just take this portion out. This is a straight line. This is theta. What is that theta? Theta is PL square by 2EA. See 8EA. So PL square by 2EA only, but it's L by 2 na. So PL square by 8EA. So later that this is a straight line. I once again say that this will be very useful to understand that. Later it will be straight line because it's a free end. Up to this only, up to half of the portion, moment acting. That's why every portion is slope is changing. Up to this changes. Later it will go straight. So this is a PL square by 8A. So okay, this length is L by 2, remaining half portion. What is this value? What is this value? So this value is L by 2 theta and R theta. L by 2 into theta. So what is that value? PL square by 8A multiply with L by 2. So what is that? PL cube by 16A. That's it. So see it. This small portion is PL cube by 16A. So top portion is. So we already know this value. We already know na? We already know this is a PL cube by 24A. This is the displacement. And once again, this is a PL cube by 24A. So up to that remaining portion is PL cube by 16A. So the total deformation is what? Total deformation is what? PL cube by 24A plus PL cube by 16A. So what is the value? 24, 16, 30, 40. 40 PL cube. A. Okay. So 4, 6, 10. 2, 3, 5, 5 by 48. PL cube by A. That is the value. So this is the deformation. So same, this is the deformation is equal to this deformation. Understood? So we can call it as a 5 PL cube by 48 EI. So that's it. That's it. Understood? Same. Once again, if you want solve, so what will solve? I solve na. So this is a member. This is a member. What is this deformation? I asked. So, but you can solve same problem by, if you want, this is a rotation M. So this will be go by rotation. So you know this is theta. What is the theta? ML by A. What is the theta of a top? What is the theta at top? You don't know? Do you know? Do you know? No. Do you know? No. So how can we solve? Same, you can solve. Just apply a moment at off. Will go by off. Later it will go straight. So you know this is ML by EA, but L is L by 2. 2EA. The theta. So what is the theta here? This theta also same. Because straight line. Na? Straight line. So this theta is same. Because this is a straight line. So are understood? So that's it. This theta is also what? ML by 2EI. This theta. So you cannot, this M, this theta is equal to this theta. So what is it? This is ML by 2EI. Are understood? This is ML by EI. This is ML by 2EI. How it is? Because by this, just the application of moment at off. This theta is ML by EA, but this is L by 2 na. So this is ML by 2A. But later is straight. So this theta is equal to this theta. No change at all. There is no movement in the second portion. It will go by a straight. It will bend like a straight line. So this theta is ML by 2A. So for this movement, what is the theta means? What is the theta means? This theta is equal to this theta. Because movement multiply with rotation only. Not a delta. Are understood? Are you understood? You can easily understood, or you can do it. You can do it by very simple. Simple, na? Can I do it? Otherwise, sir, otherwise, how can another method? There is no method at all. I will explain some of the mathematical scenario. So see, some mathematics. If you applied a load for a single, how can it bend? It will bend like this. So what is the bending structure? It is a parabolic form. Only in ml by EI. That is ml by EI. So, okay. How can it bend? It's bent by a parabolic. If 2-3 different loads, cubic parabolic. How it varies by a straight line, varies by a parabolic, next cubic parabolic. So grading. So if you know this is a ml by EI, what is this value? This is a line of parabola. Na? This is a line of parabola. Can you identify? How can you find? By the mathematics, parabolic equation. How can? So what is the parabolic equation? X square by y is a constant, or y square by x is a constant. I understood. So what is this? Is x. See, this is a L by 2. Okay. If it's taken as first equation taken is this is L. For L square by y is what? ml by a. For second is L by 2. L square by 2 whole square divided by x. We don't know. What is x? L by 2 whole square ml by a divided by L square. So what will come? Will come like ml by 4a. ml by 4a. Sir, we calculated ml by 2a. How can it is ml by 4a? What is the difference? It's a parabolic, na? So we already calculated this is a m. This is m. This is a ml by. What is that value? We don't know. This is m. This is ml by 2ei. ml by a. So ml by 2ei. That is the slope here. So this is the same slope. Same slope here. But this will come by a parabolic equation. We get as ml by 4a. What is wrong in this calculations? What is wrong in this calculation? So which one is wrong? I will give you a select. What is the right? Which one is right? And what we did a wrong? So many methods are there. Parabolic equation, just a parabolic, do something, anything you can easily do. So what is wrong in this calculation? I want to ask you. Can I explain? Okay. This time is over. Just do it. What is the wrong? Can I explain tomorrow, next class? Okay. So next class I will start